Who are you? Really, who are you? You might say your name, your job, your hobbies, but you know that's not the whole story. We all wear masks: the good employee, the perfect partner, the loyal friend. But what lies beneath the mask? What happens when you're alone, in the dark, and the performance stops? This question, this gap between who we pretend to be and who we are, was the life's work of the Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung. He believed that most of us are strangers to ourselves. We live our lives in a small, well-lit room, unaware of the vast, unexplored mansion that is our own mind. Jung provided a map for exploring that mansion. He called the journey individuation. It is the psychology of self-knowledge, and it is the most important journey you will ever take. Our journey begins with the parts we think we know. First, there's the persona. This is your social mask. It's the you present to the world. It's necessary. It helps you function in society, get a job, and make friends. But Jung warned of a danger: mistaking the mask for your actual face. Many people live their entire lives as their persona, and then, in midlife, feel a deep, gnawing sense of emptiness. They've built a perfect life for a person they don't even know. Behind the mask is your ego. The ego is the center of your conscious mind. It's the part of you that says, I. It's your sense of identity, your memories, your thoughts. But here is Jung's most radical idea. Your ego is not your true self. Your ego is just the captain of the ship, believing he's in control, totally unaware of the vast, powerful ocean and the deep currents of the unconscious moving the ship along. Self-knowledge for Jung is the process of looking below the deck. The first thing you meet in the unconscious is your shadow. The shadow is everything about yourself that you have rejected. It's the parts of you that you were taught were bad or weak or unacceptable. It's your hidden anger, your envy, your selfishness, your insecurities, your secret desires. We spend most of our lives repressing the shadow, pushing it down. But the shadow is powerful. The more you ignore it, the louder it gets. It controls you from the dark. How do you find your shadow? Jung had a simple, brilliant answer: projection. Pay attention to what intensely irritates you in other people. That obnoxious, arrogant person at work, that lazy relative, the person you judge most harshly. Jung would say you are likely projecting. You are seeing a rejected part of your own shadow in them. Self-knowledge begins with the courage to own your shadow. You must turn and face it. This isn't about becoming your shadow, it's about integrating it. You reclaim the vast energy you were wasting on repression. You cannot be a whole person if you are only living with half of yourself. Deeper in the unconscious, past the shadow, Jung found another powerful force, the archetype of your inner opposite. He called this the anima, the unconscious feminine side in a man, and the animus, the unconscious masculine side in a woman. Again, this isn't about stereotypes, it's about energies. The anima in a man represents his capacity for intuition, connection, creativity, and feeling. The animus in a woman represents her capacity for logic, assertiveness, structure, and reason. Just like the shadow, we project these figures. A man might endlessly search for the perfect woman who completes him, projecting his own unlived anima. A woman might seek a man who embodies all her unexpressed power and direction, projecting her animus. This leads to dependency and disappointment. Self-knowledge means withdrawing these projections. It means a man must develop his own inner feminine, his creativity, his feeling. And a woman must develop her own inner masculine, her assertiveness, her logic. It is the process of finding wholeness within yourself, not in another person. So if your ego isn't your true center, what is? Jung called it the self. The self is the total, whole you. It is the center of the entire psyche, both conscious and unconscious. It is the wise, guiding center that includes the ego, the shadow, and the anima. The ego is the king's advisor. The self is the true king. The lifelong journey of integrating all these parts, of facing the shadow, integrating the anima, and shifting your center from the small ego to the vast self is what Jung called individuation. Individuation is the ultimate goal of self-knowledge. It is the process of becoming an individual, no longer divided, but whole. It's not about being perfect. It's about being complete. This is not an easy journey. It is a lifelong commitment. But how do you start? Jung gave us practical tools. First, pay attention to your dreams. Keep a dream journal. Dreams are the unfiltered language of your unconscious. They are messages from the self. Second, practice honest self-reflection. Notice your projections. Ask yourself, what am I judging in others? And why does this make me so angry? Third, allow for creative expression. Paint, write, dance, not to create art, but to give a voice to the parts of you that have no words. Knowing yourself is not about finding a simple, happy answer. It's about having the courage to explore your own depths, to embrace your complexity, and to become the whole, authentic person you were always meant to be. It is the journey of coming home. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate.